One more time for old time's sakes, Chair Shot Reality show finale.
Series finale.
It's right here. Point Park University, downtown Pittsburgh. It's been a great run. I'm Justin LeBar alongside, up from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where he belongs. He is Josh. Don't call me the Genetti, Eisenberg. Josh, let's end it on a nice, good old-fashioned debate, because I know you and I are legit at odds at this. You have a problem with AJ Styles dropping the title.
I do have a problem with AJ Styles dropping the title, and it's solely because of the man named Daniel Bryan, Justin. Daniel Bryan, ever since he came back to WWE, he's clear. We're all happy. We're all chanting, yes, yes, we're throwing away our beef patties for a salad. It ain't working for me. And I'll tell you why it's not working for me. Daniel Bryan's WrestleMania moment with Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, forgettable, because he was overshadowed by Ronda Rousey. He was overshadowed by The Undertaker's John Cena's impromptu match. Daniel Bryan, this isn't a hit on Daniel Bryan because I think he's getting to the point right now where he could be a really great heel. I remember how great he was with the Yes Movement before it made him a face. But Daniel Bryan right now should not have dropped, or should not have gained the championship by AJ Styles dropping it. That's a problem to me because AJ Styles' championship reign has been legendary. WWE made us sure every single SmackDown, every single pay-per-view, every single network special know that AJ Styles' championship reign was special. What happens? Oops, Becky Lynch gets hurt. Oops, we need to make a change at Survivor Series. So let's take the title off of the most over guy in WWE and turn Daniel Bryan heel. Daniel Bryan's heel turn was forced. Daniel Bryan's heel turn was a reaction from something that had absolutely nothing to react to because the women and the men at times are different. Daniel Bryan should not be the WWE champion right now because AJ Styles should have broken CM Punk's record of over 400 days as champion.
I've lost track of how many things you're wrong about here.
What are you talking about? I'm never
did
wrong,
not
Justin.
have a legendary title. It was a good title run. He's very good bell to bell, but it was not legendary.
You don't think it's legendary?
No.
So every week, whenever they talk out, oh, he passed the Ultimate Warrior, he passed Stone Cold.
It was one-dimensional. This is the house that AJ Styles built. I beat you. Low blow here. Beat you. Beat you. Look. This was the best thing that could happen. AJ Styles, he deserves and belongs to be at the top of the card, but he needed something fresh. Something fresh is him chasing, and something fresh is also a new heel in SmackDown. And I don't even know for sure if the Daniel Bryan decision was made before or after Becky Lynch got hurt. But regardless, I think it was a good last-minute decision. I think this is Daniel Bryan. This heel work that he is doing is so fresh. It's so he's having a blast with it. And I think this is what AJ Styles needed. AJ Styles needs to chase for a little bit. He'll get a title back again. He should. He will. But right now, Daniel Bryan, as the heel, environmental, preachy Daniel Bryan, this is tremendous stuff. And this is much better than AJ Styles coming out, having to worry about Samoa Joe at his house with Wendy, having to worry about Nakamura kicking him in the balls.
It was too soon.
No.
It was too soon, and it was a jump reaction. And you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of something that could potentially be a missed opportunity that WWE had with a Straight Edge Society and CM Punk. They didn't calculate the timing of when CM Punk should have cashed in and be champion. They didn't calculate when to strike gold with CM Punk. So they jumped to Daniel Bryan. They forced him to make a heel turn. I'm not saying that Daniel Bryan's bad as a heel right now because I think it's interesting to see how they're going to evolve his vegan character or whatever the hell it is they're trying to do.
He's not vegan anymore, by the way.
Whatever the hell it is, Justin. What are you? Just an alcoholic? Okay.
I'm a red meat eating American.
You're not. I don't see you eat red meat ever. You usually have fish tacos.
What are you talking about?
Fish tacos and Smirnoff and I know you. Oh, the coconut rum. Sorry, that's even manlier. But
summertime only.
AJ Styles deserved a better send-off, quote, send-off of losing the championship because WWE made sure, no matter if he was in the main event or if he was a fourth or fifth match of the pay-per-view, that he was the WWE champion. He was on a legendary, historic reign.
No matter who you agree with, you can still tweet us. Even though Chair Shot Rally is ending, you can still tweet at Josh Eisinger 4.
I won that one, didn't I?
No, I don't think you did. We'll let the people decide.
I talked more.
We'll let the people decide. That's not always the winning strategy.
That's true.
We'll let the people decide. Josh, it has been a hell of a run. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been, what, 430 episodes?
430.
430. Yeah, I just want to send off everybody by saying, first off, thank you to you. Whenever Justin and I first started doing the show in 2009, we were both very new at cameras. I had more pimples than I had friends. probably still do. But I wanted to say thank you to you, first off. You know, you brought me into a situation when at Point Park University, thanks to Justin Cummins, I met you in 2006. And 3 years later, after many years of working at Point Park Sports and UView and all of the Pioneer sidelines and things we did right here, we created a show that I absolutely had no idea that I would enjoy as much, make some sort of money as much, but most importantly, do something that people liked. It's been an incredible ride. I thank everybody on the show that's ever contributed. I thank Brian. I thank Juice. I thank Sam. I thank Caroline. I thank you know, Renell. Everybody that's ever come on. Katie. I mean, everybody that's always come on and put a piece of their life into it. It's not the most glamorous whenever we drink afterwards and we have a good time. But the show's been nothing but amazing to me. I've met so many friends, people across the country, across the globe. And it's been something that I never thought that I could actually do, you know, making it a profession to talk about professional wrestling. So it was nothing without you, Justin, and everybody knows that. And I've always been completely happy with being a piece of what you've created and a piece of, you know, maybe a part of what I created as well along the way. So I always said thank you. I always had your back. I always, you know, I'm always here for you. Even at times when I'm in your wedding and I saw your children today, and that kind of brought everything full circle, calling me Grown Up Eisenberg, because at a young, ripe age of 30 years old, I think I'm ready for that next part of my life.
Well, I appreciate the credit and I thank you. We would not have made it, the chemistry with you and I worked. It's what started it, and then Brian brought an organization to it that we did not have, helping us grow the brand. Juice brought just a whole other personality. You know, Caroline, Britt, Katie, everybody added a piece to it, and we're really fortunate. You know, I mean, when Josh and I started, it was really just about us. It was like, okay, we have to talk wrestling and be filmed and see ourselves on camera. You know, that's gonna get our rocks off, and we'll have fun doing that. And then we got to get paid. I never thought that was going to happen. And I was like, all right, it doesn't get any better than this.
Do you remember whenever you used to give me money in an envelope at the Olive Garden
really
parking lot in Green Tree? Yeah, it was
yeah.
like I was giving you a dime of
But you know, it was weird. Somewhere along the way, it stopped being about us, and it really became ours. It became like everybody else, from the great co-hosts that we had, from the guests that we got to have, dozens and dozens of crew that work on the show or worked on the show that, you know, have now gone into the real world, in the media world, and have used this show as part of their resume. That's very fulfilling, and then to the amount of the fans that we got to meet. I mean, like, CSR is part theirs. I mean, I'm talking, you know, to the college freshmen who have reached out to us before. The college freshman who I remember telling me he was nervous about making friends in college, and he started watching our show in the dorm, and he met other wrestling fans, and that became like their weekend tradition. I remember the dad from New York who reached out to me and has told me that this was some small thing he could look forward to. His son had passed, and he was just looking for anything, you know, in an unfortunate state in life, just looking for anything just to look forward to. And this, just 20, 30 minutes of a weekend was something. CSR was part his. To every man and woman who have served in the U.S. military who has emailed us and reached out to us and said, hey, I love to watch this where I'm stationed wherever in the world I am. You know, CSR was part theirs. To the girl who emailed us once and told us how this was what she used to try to get up to date because she had to take legal custody of her nephew. And all her nephew wanted to talk about was WWE. This was her way to speak to him. This was part of yours. To our friend Trevor in Wyoming. Trevor, who was a complete stranger, just a loyal viewer, who was battling cancer, who got to come out here, do the show with us, hang out with all of us, and now he's turned into being family to us.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, he kicked cancer's ass. Trevor, this is part yours. To my wife, Rachel, to my two kids, Libby and Luke, they came into my life in the last 430 episodes. A lot of support given by them to me, a lot of patience that this show has occupied so many hours of my life that I've been away from them. CSR was definitely part of theirs, and it's going to be part to everybody all around the world. And you'll still be able to find Josh on social media. I still have my audio podcast. Maybe Josh will come on the audio podcast. We're still going to keep being out there. We're still going to be at WrestleMania. It's time to end Chair Shot. It's time to just close the chapter, and thank you to everybody for all their time. So that's that. That's it. Please like, share, leave a comment, hit us up on social media. Again, big thanks to everybody who's part of it.
The show's not over. I thought
it's done.
What do you mean?
We're walking off the set right now.
I thought Katie was going to pull one of these.
We've already talked.
We're done. We're done.
No,
we're not done.
What are you doing?
We are not done.
What?
I'm staying.
Do we have to deal with this still? Dude, didn't you
What are you doing?
Did you not give him his
Whoa,
termination?
whoa.
You gave him his termination? What is he doing?
I'm part of
One
the show.
time.
We're done. We're done.
Sweet
This
bliss.
is not the show. The show's not done.
What are you doing?
It's done.
I
Come on.
am
let's
staying.
go.
Why is he not wearing
show.
clothing
You
now?
can't do this, Juice.
I'm staying.
Juice.
Juice, you
What
can't.
is he doing?
That's too bad.
Juice, that's a hand.
What
That's
in
that.
the world? Put some pants on. This is a college.
I'm handcuffing myself.
Did he get a tattoo on his
We
wrist?
are
What's
not,
going on
I'm
here?
not leaving this show.
Cover him up.
What are you gonna what? What are you gonna fire me? I'm already fired. The show's over. I'm already fired.
LeBar,
I'm
seriously.
not leaving. This is not. Why are you leaving?
Worst intern hire
No.
ever. Worst intern
Your
hire ever.
internship is over.
What are you? No, I'm staying here forever. Cherry shop forever. Well, everybody's gone. And I'll say one more thing. To those, what? You're cutting the lights on. You're cutting the lights on me now.